Imagine the phone in your pocket, the screen you're watching this on, or the electric vehicle quietly passing by. These modern marvels rely on a group of elements often called rare earths, but the name is a bit of a misnomer. While they aren't concentrated in large, easily minable deposits, elements like cerium are more abundant in the Earth's crust than copper. The challenge isn't their scarcity, but their dispersal, and the complex, costly process required to isolate them. The group consists of 17 elements, including the 15 lanthanides, plus scandium and yttrium, often found together due to their similar chemical makeup. Despite their chemical similarities which make separation tricky, each rare earth element boasts unique electronic and magnetic properties. This is what makes them indispensable. Europium gives screens their red and blue phosphors. Gadolinium is vital for MRI contrast agents, but it's their magnetic strength, particularly from elements like neodymium and dysprosium, that powers much of today's innovation. These powerful magnets are the driving force in many clean energy technologies. Electric vehicle motors, wind turbines, even specialized lasers, and military applications depend on them. As the world pushes towards decarbonization and electrification, the demand for these elements is soaring. This directly links the clean energy transition to the intricate rare earth supply chain. For decades, the United States was a major producer, notably from the Mountain Pass mine in California. But beginning in the 1980s, China made a strategic push into the rare earth industry. Through targeted government support, export rebates, and lower production costs, often linked to less stringent environmental regulations, China rapidly outcompeted international players. Mines in other countries closed, leaving China with a near monopoly on both extraction and, crucially, the complex processing required to turn ore into usable material. Today, China accounts for over 80% of global rare earth production. But this dominance comes at a significant price, borne largely by the environment and communities in China. Extracting rare earths generates vast amounts of toxic and sometimes radioactive waste, containing elements like thorium and uranium, often found alongside rare earths. The use of strong acids and leaching processes pollutes soil and water, as seen in areas like Bayan Obo in Inner Mongolia, or the illegal mines in southern China. Cleanup costs are staggering, running into billions of dollars. Leveraging its control over supply, China has implemented export restrictions, citing environmental protection and resource conservation. However, these curbs are widely seen as a strategic move to control the global value chain, encouraging downstream manufacturing within China and limiting access for foreign competitors. The 2010 temporary halt of rare earth exports to Japan highlighted this power, leading to a challenge at the World Trade Organization. The WTO ruled against China, but while quotas were lifted, export licenses and consolidation of the industry into state-owned giants maintained tight control. This reliance creates significant vulnerability for industries worldwide. Manufacturers of electric vehicles, wind turbines, advanced electronics, and defense systems outside of China face potential supply disruptions and price volatility. A bottleneck in the rare earth supply chain can slow down production lines globally, posing a direct threat to national technological goals and the rapid deployment of clean energy solutions. In response, countries and companies are scrambling to diversify. Old mines like Mountain Pass are restarting. New deposits are being explored and developed in Australia, Canada, South Africa, Tanzania, parts of Europe like Norway and Sweden, and even potentially from sources like volcanic muds in Nevada or coal byproducts. This is a race to build parallel supply chains from the ground up, a process that takes years and massive investment. Opening new mines outside China faces steep challenges. The environmental regulations are often much stricter, increasing costs. Permitting processes can be lengthy. Infrastructure needs to be built in remote areas. And crucially, establishing the complex refining and processing capacity to handle diverse ore types requires significant expertise and capital, areas where China currently holds a commanding lead. Recycling offers another piece of the puzzle. Recovering rare earths from electronic waste and old batteries can reduce reliance on mining. Current recycling rates are low, partly because products aren't designed for easy disassembly, and the economics are challenging, especially for less valuable elements or chemistries like lithium iron phosphate. But advancements in recycling technology and policy incentives are pushing for a more circular economy, aiming to secure future supply and mitigate environmental impact.